Tirunelveli, a prosperous district in Tamil Nadu, is known for its educational institutions, and its town, Palayamkottai, is popularly called the Oxford of South India. A short distance away are villages of the Arundhatiyar community, a community that has been facing caste-based discriminations for generations, which has now trickled down to its children as well. Most men from this community work as scavengers or coolies, while the women roll beedies all day to earn a living. As recent as 2007, studying beyond class 8 was just a dream for children from this community. Now this dream is slowly turning into a reality. Meet Satya from Muthukrishna-Peri, Tirunelveli district, an aspiring civil engineer and the first female engineer enrolled from her community. Indrani from Vadakarai is the first girl to complete an MBA in her community.
என்னோட பேர் முத்து தானுமதி.
I'm Muthu Dhanumati from Indranagar Palayamkottai, the first woman advocate from my community. I am on the District Monitoring Committee of Social Welfare Office in Tirunelveli.
These local heroes of Tirunelveli district belong to communities who were victim to discrimination and were denied some of the most basic rights like access to education, healthcare, and even sanitation. But their journey wasn't a simple one.
அம்மா வந்து பீடி தான் சுற்றுறாங்க.
More than 90% of the families from my community are landless. Like most women in our community, my mother rolls beedies for a living. She starts her day at 3 a.m. to roll the beedies and do the household work.
The nearest high school in some places is 5 to 12 kilometers away. There was only one government bus to take us there, and that was never on time. So we had to travel in a private bus, which was expensive. Many of my classmates opted to drop out instead of traveling the distance.
I had to help my mother with the household work, which did not give me enough time to study. Many children dropped out of school to work in hotels and other odd jobs, and not a single child would complete their schooling.
Lack of schools, safe transport, and discrimination in the few existing schools are the main reasons for a huge number of dropouts. Girls are pulled out of school to work as domestic help or are married off at an early age.
Being from the marginalised community, I was often asked to leave in the middle of a class to do odd jobs for the teachers. I would wash their vessels, bring them tea, and even wash the school toilets. I was asked to do the household work of the teachers and other odd jobs at school. I have worked more than I have studied in school. Getting admissions in colleges wasn't easy. Authorities told my father that as a coolie's daughter, I didn't deserve higher education.
In the backdrop of the discrimination that this community has been facing for generations, it has been tough for children to finish their education. We play the role of a strong support system to the children in the midst of these hardships. We empower the parents and community members so that they come together and demand the rights of their children.
The children of this community are victims of discrimination from a very young age. As babies, they are prevented from accessing quality health services. A study reveals that 94.8% of the children from these communities are malnourished, and there are gaps in the implementation of their healthcare policies.
The doctors in the hospitals would not even check our children properly or give us good medicines.
We did not have a doctor for delivery at the PHC, and we had to travel 6 kilometers on bad roads in labor. 2 women from here had miscarriages on their way to the hospital.
வந்து இங்கே இருந்தது பிள்ளைங்களை வந்து ரொம்ப
Children in the Anganwadi were made to sleep without mats. In case they defecated, they were sent back home for cleaning. There is one sub-center close to our village, but the doctor comes only 2 or 3 times a week.
சாக்கடையில் வந்து சாக்கடை பெரும்பாலும் தெருவுகளில் மானாங்கனியாக விட்டுருதாங்க. அதில்
Children in this area are prone to diseases like fevers, chickenpox, diarrhea and others because they are malnourished. Also, there is poor sanitation and lack of clean drinking water. The government health centers lack quality doctors, nurses and medicines. Rampant discriminatory practices only add to the health issues.
Over the years, the HREPC team, led by its founder, Mr. Bharathan, a well-respected child rights champion in Tamil Nadu, and volunteers from each village, have relentlessly worked to bring about lasting change in the lives of Dalit children. By concentrating their efforts towards monitoring the effective functioning of health centers and schools, implementing immunization drives, and monitoring nutrition levels of pregnant mothers.
My son was only 2 kgs when he was born, and now after the HREPC team has spoken to the doctors, he is getting proper care. He is out of malnutrition and healthy.
என் பேர் தங்கம், நான் தென்காசி வட்டார பொறுப்பாளராக பணி செய்கிறேன். இப்போ அங்கன்வாடியை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா
We engage with the teachers at schools and Anganwadis. We also engage with health workers and other government officials at the Gram Sabha and Panchayat. We regularly discuss the issues faced by children in these communities. We want the primary health centers and schools to be strengthened so our children can access proper health care and quality education they are entitled to from the government.
இன்னைக்கு நான் அட்வொகேட்டாக இருக்கிறதுக்கு முக்கியமான காரணம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லணும்.
Passing 12th standard itself was a big deal. HREPC has been one of my biggest and strongest driving force in becoming a lawyer. After meeting Bharathan sir and the team, I also started giving tuitions to the community children as a way to pay it forward.
I was part of the children's collective where we could freely discuss issues and voice our opinions. Since I was never given an opportunity to be part of any school activity, I was motivated to study well just so that I could be noticed by my teachers. Now I organize tuitions for children at the collective to help them with their studies.
When I scored 83% in my 12th standard, Bharathan sir and HREPC team motivated me to join engineering, which I could for free through some government provisions.
I'm so proud that my daughter has completed her MBA amidst all the hardships that we have faced. And I wish all the daughters of India can study and fulfill their dreams.
Support our endeavor to help children realize their dreams.